And right now, you may be wondering why there's a picture of your phone on your screen. Well, turns out this phone has something to do with a pretty unusual weight loss tip. A tip that's been right under our noses our whole life. If you watch this short presentation, you'll find out why this phone is the secret to your weight loss for good. My name's John, and the pretty lady on top is my wife, Christina. Between us is our son, Connor. We'd like to say thanks for watching this short, eye-opening fat loss video. What I'll be sharing is one of the most important tips that we share with our private weight loss clients. It's the same tip that helped me personally drop 53 pounds in just 3 months. And it's a very simple tip that could help you quickly lose 1 to 2 inches from your belly in under a week. Now, I need you to listen very closely. This video contains one of our biggest fat burning secrets. I don't know how long this video will be up, so please be sure to watch it from beginning to end while it's still here. Okay, so you're probably thinking to yourself, listen, I've tried every diet in the world, I've given it my all, and I don't know, the weight just keeps coming back. Well, let me stop you right there. This is not some magical weight loss wonder pill. It's not some radical exercise ploy. It has nothing to do with some special weight loss drops or any of the other incredibly scammy weight loss gimmicks that litter the internet these days. See, you have probably never heard of this. In fact, these tips date back to our hunter-gatherer days and help explain why the majority of all Americans are considered obese today. And no, it might not be because we eat too many bad foods. In fact, it very well could be because of the so-called healthy good foods we've been programmed to eat. One in particular that can cause your body to release a torrent of bad hormones that convert the food you eat into pure fat. Hormones that inflict cellular trauma and eventually lead to serious illness and sometimes even death. Now, I'll show you how you should be able to eat some bad foods and still lose weight, and what healthy food you'll want to avoid at all costs. But before I get into what it is, I'm going to share a story with you that's very difficult to relive, and you'll see why in just a moment. So keep watching. Deal? See, I haven't always been some guy preaching about a system that's helped me lose 53 pounds of fat in 3 months. And I certainly wasn't always with the woman of my dreams who is a NASM certified fitness trainer with a popular blog and thousands of followers who have collectively lost literally tons of weight. But, you know, I do remember the day when I decided enough was enough. And like I said, it's a pretty embarrassing story, so I'm going to make it brief. But it's important you know how deep down the rabbit hole I went before I discovered the stuff I'm going to share with you today that allows me to live such an amazing life. One night, I was getting off work from the restaurant I worked at. Now remember, it was a dark Sunday. I mean, the moon wasn't even out, and it was really rainy, wet, and cold outside. And here's why I remember that. I walked out of the restaurant, and I got about halfway to my car before splashing my foot into this giant puddle in the middle of the parking lot. I paused briefly, frustrated, then realized, on top of this, I left my jacket inside. So guess what I did? I ended up just getting in my car and leaving it behind. Because to be honest, I was just too lazy and tired to walk back in and grab it. I was already having an absolutely horrible day. I even remember specifically thinking to myself at that moment, it's raining and I'm getting soaked, but I'm too lazy to walk back in and grab my jacket. Yeah, I remember feeling pretty pathetic about it. I decided I'm driving to the nearest McDonald's and I'm ordering a fudge-covered Oreo McFlurry. Quite literally, I was going to medicate myself with a big fat fudge-covered Oreo McFlurry. So I'm driving to McDonald's, and as I roll to a stop at a red light, I remember thinking just then, that's not going to be enough for me. I decided I needed 2 McFlurries. One just wasn't going to be enough. Then it really hit me, the shame and guilt. As I was sitting at that red light with those bright, attractive golden arches in sight just down the road, I started thinking that it'd be pretty embarrassing to order 2 McFlurries